Hello and welcome to another episode of Pyro Unleashed. Tune in weekly as Donnie and David discuss all things pyro, from the business aspect of the industry to technical tips and mesmerizing pyro designs. On Pyro Unleashed, we invite cutting-edge experts to the podcast to discuss their role in making this industry a success. So, sit back and unleash your inner pyro with us.
Hey everybody, CJ here with Muxboard, and if you're serious about your firing system, you need accessories you can trust. I've been designing custom slats, breakout boards, adapters, and more for over a decade, and it kind of makes Muxboard the industry OG. Still not sure?
Hey everyone, Den Fireworks checking in here to say I have chosen Muxboard.
I'm Brian McVeigh, and I chose Muxboard.
And again.
I'm Joey Pewitz, and I choose Muxboard.
And again.
I'm Brandon, and I choose Muxboard.
And again.
Hi, I'm the Pyro Santa, and I use Muxboard.
And again.
I'm Canada, and I choose Muxboard.
Every Muxboard slat and breakout board is designed to meet or exceed IPC electronics industry standards. And that's a level of quality and reliability you're not going to see just anywhere. Don't settle for less. Head over to the new website and check it out for yourself. That's MUUXBRD.com. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
I mean, we already missed recording the first half of this episode already.
Yeah, that's all right. Just probably not re-record it because nobody wants to hear it anyways.
It's gotta rewind back to where we started an hour ago.
It literally has been like an hour. That's crazy.
I mean, it's been 6 weeks since we saw each other.
It's been 6 weeks.
At least. It's probably long. It's probably been close. It's been close to 2 months, I think, that time.
Yeah.
You went to Western Winter Blast.
Yeah.
Because we recorded right after that, and then
right after that.
That was it.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, it was Valentine's Day, so literally it's been like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So
been busy, a lot been going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had a little
still trying to catch up on sleep myself.
Yeah, that was a struggle on vacation. That was we tried to grab naps. Naps was key to survival.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So I know we'll get into Las Fallas and vacation.
Yeah,
a little bit. Had some other news that's been out recently. PGI Pro-Am.
PGI Pro-Am.
Are they calling it Pro-Am, or did they have a?
I don't remember the terminology. Let me see if I can find this thing.
I don't remember. Interesting kind of concept and set up for it, I guess, that we weren't really expecting, I guess.
I wasn't expecting that at all. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I know in our Discord there was an awful lot of conversation about it.
I think it was in our Discord, and it started to go off in KCAP Discord a little bit. Huh?
It did too. Yeah, I mean,
they were a little bit more cordial in the KCAP.
Considering we do have PGI people in the Pyro Unleashed one.
Yeah,
I mean, it is kind of cool though. I mean, we do get some feedback in there from JJ from time to time, and
yeah, it is. Yeah,
he helps provide some context, and
he does
a little bit and kind of research and stuff. But
yeah,
the setup and the rules is interesting, of it being not like Skywars, but more like a pyro jam, essentially, in a way.
Yeah. So we're looking at, I had the rules, or I think the rules. So maximum of 5 minutes. You get $4,000. Every second should have purpose from your opening moment to your final break. It's from the official Ace Pyro catalog, which rumor has it wasn't very much of a catalog, but I'm not
That-
really
that's-
sure.
I don't.
I'll be honest, I haven't pulled it up. Just
I
'cause
didn't look
I've
at
been
either. Yeah.
very busy, but
But yeah, from what we heard in the discords, the catalog was more of just a dump of SKUs, and it wasn't really curated.
Slow pacing, visual flow, create use of product within budget, highs, lows, emotional impact. Some would say emotional impact isn't a thing. Ellery.
There's no emotion in fireworks.
A memorable start and powerful finish, clean sequencing and precise execution. 3 designers are selected to shoot live. Lead shooters are chooses your own field layout with creative control. All fireworks and equipment are provided. Product chosen from a curated Ace Pyro catalog. Designed in Finale 3D. Performed live at PGI 26. You own the setup of the show with your crew. You focus on design. We handle the firepower. We'll go with that.
Let's go with that. Yeah. I definitely. I think people were expecting it more to be like your individual shows, more like like
pick your own firing system.
Yeah. You do everything yourself, right? Like you curate your own product, pretty essentially, or you have a list of vendors that you can choose from, right? It's not usually just one sole person you have to buy fireworks from. It's not, so it is a little bit, bit more Pyro Jam S versus more Elevate or Sky Wars Lone Star type of show. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my question is, okay, again, I will tell you, I have not looked at the catalog, right? So, have you seen any rumor of 1-3 in the catalog? Because, okay, say you have Joe Blow, this is his first time. I tell you, I have seen it happen at Pyro Jam, where within the first couple of years, somebody is designing this huge show, which kudos to them, but okay, so we're going to put somebody who's never touched 1-3, and you're going to have to load all your own 1-3. Like,
is it a 1-3 show though? If it's pro,
I don't know. That's what I'm not sure.
It didn't say the rules. I guess it
has not. Right? Okay, yeah. So let's see what else it says. April 1st, the challenge opens. Okay, so April 16th is the submission deadline.
Okay.
Somewhere between April 16th and May 14th is the selection period. May 15th. Supposedly they're announcing the 3 finalists, and August 12th, which is a Wednesday at PGI in Kaukauna, Wisconsin, will be the finalist Battle in the Sky Live. So first-time designers ready to step into your national stage are entitled, or who they are asking to enter. Hobbyists, experienced shooters, anyone with a passion of fireworks. If you can design 5 unforgettable minutes, they want to see it. And I think, so there's nothing here on whether or not it's 1-3. So, and I could be 100% wrong. I just know that was kind of one of the rumored questions is, okay, well, if you're going to make me set up my show and I've never touched 1-3, like,
I mean, I always kind of assumed, right, as a pro-am type of show, I guess. I mean, they don't really have it even listed as that really, but I would assume a lot of shows are just 1-4 only, but it's kind of interesting, right? And if the catalog isn't really curated with proper effects and you script your show, how are the judges going to watch the sim and see an accurate you have to go in and create all your own sims essentially? Like,
I don't think they allow you to, from my understanding. You have to use their catalog.
Right, if you're using their catalog. I mean, you can still modify sims even if you use another catalog. I mean,
for sure, in theory.
But for like a beginner person, they may not, especially if never used Finale 3D, right? They're not going to know how to do that. So if they're just dropping in a bunch of product, thinking what it might look like or doesn't look like, and now you have to choose who your shooter is off of a catalog that may not look like the actual product because it wasn't really just dumped in there. Like,
right.
I don't know. I'm kind of interested how this is going to play out. Like,
yeah. Well, okay, so let's get into the next talking point, which is the point system, right? How are they going to choose a winner? So this has been extremely controversial, and let's get into this. So, okay, so 10 points for setup. Did it get set up on time in an organized manner? Makes sense. 40 points for display Presentation artistry. Did the display match the music? Was the music well selected? Were the fireworks scenes impressive and not repeating too many times? Okay. To me, that should be in the selection process of the 3 teams.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Right. So I think that those 40 points really should be more on execution.
Yeah.
Personally. 25 points, display presentation, technical, were angles set correctly, produce or products loaded correctly. Were there a large number of missing shots?
See, that becomes a question, right?
To me, those numbers should be flipped.
Yeah, or even two, right? Large number of missing shots. What if there's a firing system issue, right? You weren't responsible for the firing system, but you might get penalized if there was a failure of the firing system that you're not familiar with or you don't know anything about, right? So I think that's something I think if we're counting that against them, I think that's a little bit unfair in that case because, I mean...
So are they firing the show or are you required to learn that system and now set it up and use it?
Right? Like Ace is providing Starfire as a firing system, which is fine, but is it like one script? Is it 3 individual scripts? Like, how's the show being fired if their module doesn't work or their trunk line goes out?
Mm-hmm.
Are you're
wireless system that doesn't have it doesn't show a battery percentage. You don't know if it's charged or not, and a field module. I mean,
I think there's a lot there to penalize somebody on that might be out of their control.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, I get it. I mean, angles set correctly, products loaded correctly. I get that, right? That's your setup crew, right? Did your setup crew set your angles right, load your property right? Yeah, I mean, I didn't like that, but and then we have 25 points at the end there.
Very intriguing, right? So I will preface this and say this to me actually, besides setup, makes the most sense. And I only say that because as a lead previously, I know what it's like to have to clean up. I know talking to PGI board members, I know what they have to go through for cleanup. So I want to say I understand this to the fullest of its extent. And that is, did all your equipment get removed from the field and put back onto the truck the day after the display? So, okay. Is that even cleaning the actual field, or is that, hey, we just want you to make sure your equipment was put back on the truck?
And remember, it's not your equipment. It's not your equipment.
Right.
It's not even your equipment. So this is 25 points for helping Ace Pyro load their equipment back up on the truck.
Load their equipment back up.
Yeah, you're not loading your equipment. You're loading someone else's equipment back onto the truck for 25 points. Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't really encourage team members to come help you, right? Like, right. It's your responsibility. Right, it's your responsibility. That's not your team, right? Like your team could just like we're not coming back and cleaning it up. You're on your own, right?
We're bouncing. We're gonna go have fun now.
And it's just you, the lead shooter, out there loading up all of the equipment. But it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I see how this is one of those. They want to make sure, right? Ace Pyro has helped to load stuff afterwards, right? Because you could say, not my equipment. I'm not coming back to help load it. You guys figure it out, right? I shot the show, and you would just walk away at that point, right? Because it wasn't your equipment.
Okay, so.
So I get adding points for that, but 25. I mean, that's a big point total out of this.
Yeah, that's a quarter of your points.
Yeah, 25% of your show is just helping clean out, which I'm not sure is the proper way to necessarily judge a show just for picking up equipment.
Okay, so let's play devil's advocate here. So say something, I have the best show, firing system decides to mess up, and at the end of it, I go, it's already 25 points. Screw it. I ain't cleaning up your show or your gear. Like,
right?
what more are you going to penalize me for?
Right. And like, are they going to announce winners that night? Are they now? I guess they're obviously not going to.
You have to do it on Friday.
Yeah. I mean, if you shoot your show and a trunk light goes dead and half your show doesn't go off, why? I mean, at that point, you lost your show probably, right? Because you lost your 40, you lost your 25 points. So why? Yeah. So at that point, why come back and clean up at that point, right? So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it works this year. I expect changes next year, but
I expect a lot of change next year. And again, to those of you that have started this, This is not bashing the idea. The idea is set really good. I think we've seen a lot of question on it. And
I mean,
let's do it.
I get
Talk
that it's
about it.
geared I get they want to gear it towards new people, right? Like that's why you don't need a firing system, you don't need equipment. Like you just want to be able to
For
just
sure.
have anybody be able to do a show. Like I totally get that PGI really is wanting to pull in new people to do shows. And if you require people to have firing systems and equipment, then you're seeing the same shooters at all these events, right? Like a lot of these events, you see the same shooters event after event after event because they have the equipment, they have the everything to be able to do it.
They have the
And-
know-how and the means to make it
yeah,
happen.
so I get the desire to have new people involved, and the only way to get new people involved is you have to do something like this where you provide equipment. But I question just the whole logistics of some of this stuff, and is this the right way to go about enticing new people to do it? Like,
This
Yeah.
is new. So I clicked at the bottom. Not only do you have to do all that, but you're now also required to pay a $50 registration fee.
I see that, yeah. So just like Pyro Jam, then,
Yeah.
with the 100% fees going directly to the winner pool. So
Okay, so that makes sense.
So yeah,
So-
they're doing the exact same thing Pyro Jam did. You pay the $50 fee, 100% goes to the winners.
Yeah.
And I think
Didn't
that
see
just
that
helps
before.
to cover. Yeah, and I think that just helps give you a little bit of time because obviously you get access to a finale there for a period of time as well.
Correct. Yeah. And if you don't have a Finale 3D account, they do allow you to create one. That's interesting. So if you already have a Finale 3D account, skip this step and go into registration. So what am I skipping? Creating the account or skipping paying the $50 registration fee?
I think you're skipping creating the account. I think at that point you're going to do the register.
You go to register. So
yeah, I mean, by the time you guys hear this episode, or registration is close at this point. So
yeah,
hope you guys submitted all your shows.
I'm intrigued to see who actually does it. I mean,
yeah.
I've really kudos to those that are doing it. I'm excited to see them.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I think Wednesday night is going to be a really good night. Not only do you have these competitions, but you have, large and unlimited and
a lot of classy stuff. Yeah.
I know who's doing the national anthem on Wednesday night, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a good event overall. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to do one of the Class C shows, Ellery's looking for somebody to come curb stomp him.
He is.
Yeah, he's begging for a beating. So
he's not doing unlimited. He's just doing large.
Yeah, I mean he's been in our Discord, man. He's begging for somebody to come beat him.
He wants somebody to whoop him. So
yeah, so
challenge is there.
The challenge is there. Go out there and beat Ellery in the Class C large. I mean,
yeah. If I wasn't doing another show already, I 100% would be entering.
I mean, yeah, I think there's some KK people that would enter, but some of us are gonna be a little bit busy. So with other priorities.
Well, if you guys will ever start scripting.
If I ever start scripting. Sorry, I'm not an overachiever and have my show done already. I got to start over, so probably, but yeah, that's another off of the air story there. Back to square one.
Well,
FireTech Firing Systems, precision you can trust. FireTech Firing Systems are engineered for professionals who demand reliability, flexibility, and long-range performance in every launch. With long-range wireless connectivity up to 3 miles, FireTech operates on the 868-915 MHz frequency, a far less congested band than 2.4 GHz, delivering stronger, more stable communication even in challenging environments. Designed with portability in mind, FireTech modules are compact, lightweight, and travel-friendly, making them easy to transport by air or in checked luggage without hassle. Power is simple and reliable thanks to USB-C charging, allowing quick recharging anywhere and seamless backup power using standard USB power banks in the field. FireTech offers unmatched flexibility. FireTech Firing System. Smarter control, stronger connections, and confidence at every launch.
So I guess, well, that was interesting. Yeah. Let's...
So it's last weekend. You were somewhere this last weekend. Elevate.
I was at Elevate.
I know you shot a show there.
Was,
I know you shot a show.
Yeah, it was a very good show on video.
On video. On video.
No, in person, the product performed flawlessly. Honestly, we used primarily T-Sky, and it's honestly some of the best product I've seen since 2016, 2017, 2018, when there was some other pretty big names out there doing some shows, quality-wise of product.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, I have nothing wrong to say about that. But if you've seen the actual video, what happened, you know that if you've done anything with Cobra at all, you know that the bit rate was messed up. And that was on me. Had
debatable.
Yeah. Okay.
Oops.
Yeah. I will say that again, it was largely on me, but I will say I also switched over from take this as a learning experience, right? So I switched over from one laptop to another in the last couple of weeks. In doing so, I had to re-download Audacity, and that's where I crop all my music. Previously, in the old Audacity, it would auto-select your bitrate, right? It would auto-format to the correct bitrate. Well, when I moved over, I got complacent, right? I'm so used to them, to the system doing the work for me. I didn't think about checking that.
Yeah, it was already saved before with your
correct.
with your settings. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got nothing else to say, but yeah, it is what it is. It sucks. But I will tell you, PGI Soundtrack's audio is already been run through the audio box and remote. I am not doing that again. So,
you're gonna have to whistle it.
Yeah, I'm gonna whistle the national anthem next time.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna grab the mic out of Jason Rude's hand and start whistling the anthem.
Yeah, or Ellery said you could just shoot shows with that music.
You can
let everybody you can let everybody just imagine the national anthems, the fireworks are going up. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, it did cross my mind to just pull it out of the audio and just let the fireworks play.
Just let the fireworks play.
I actually did think about doing that, but I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
What else?
So what was it? The skipping? Is that what it was doing? Was the skipping?
Yeah, it was skipping. Yeah. So, yeah, it was skipping pretty bad. It's messed up because, I had even done an audio test by pressing test on the audio box, but I was not. I guess I just hadn't done enough reading on the 10 page formatting, or the whole 10 page of how to run the audio box that doesn't select your bitrate and it doesn't play the formatted audio file. So,
which I don't know. That's probably some feedback there to provide some feedback on that. I mean, that was always, I think that is the number one biggest issue I think Cobra needs to kind of solve, I think, is the audio box stuff. Because I think more shows I've Cobra seen, more failures you see from Cobra shows are audio box issues.
Audio, yeah.
I mean, that is the weakest link, I think, in the entire process for Cobra is the audio box, and maybe the R3 is going to help maybe solve some of that, or maybe there needs to be another generation of audio. I mean, I know they just changed the generation of the audio box a little, but I don't know. I think something along that line needs to kind of be, I think, figured out.
Yeah, and again, like I said, I'm not saying that was a Cobra problem.
Yeah. No, absolutely
by
not.
any
No,
means, right? That's not.
it's
I'm
all,
not bashing Cobra,
yeah.
but I am 100% agreeing that when I press test, it needs to test the formatting and run it through, and not play if it's not formatted right. I 100% think that would be super beneficial.
I mean, ultimately, it's all user error, right?
Oh, for sure it is.
Every time it happens, it's always user error. And it's just, I just feel like that's the one weak point where you have a lot of user failure, and at some point trying to find an evolution to help reduce some of that, I think, and reduce that friction. It's going to improve. It's going to make the product better, right? Like that ultimately, that's what Scott and them were always looking to do is how can they make the product better? And
yeah,
I think the audio box, I think, is one place that I think could really use some added attention in that matter, because, like you said, when you test, it should test your bit rate. It should do like almost like a dry run, essentially. You would hope for, right? Like,
right.
I've been at a ton of shows where you hit the test button and it works fine, and then you play your show and it's skipping. Yeah, so I think that's one of the things I would look at, but other than that, I mean, it sounded like the event went, I think, pretty well.
Yeah, I think overall the event was a huge success. The anthem on Friday night was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Again, congratulations are in order to the 3 finalists of the competition.
Yeah.
All 3 of you did just a crazy great job. Knowing Chris O'Dell, knowing his story, that one hit home pretty hard.
Yeah.
Just because, again, I know what emotion he was pulling from to create that musical. Mike Allen, the emotion from his, I mean, I'm just getting shivered. Like, it really tore me apart watching the show, because, it was months after we seen him compete. I don't even think it was months. I can't remember the exact timeline, but just knowing, that the pyro community pulled together for him, him and his family, and just super supportive. Yeah, it was just huge. And then,
because Mike Allen, it happened right after Skywars in 23.
It was right. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So because it was right after that.
Because, I mean, literally, we were all on the field together.
Yeah.
And then that happens, and then obviously Travis Kramer winning it. Like, huge congratulations to him for bringing home both trophies, Judges Award and People's Choice. Phenomenal job on that show.
Sounded like judging was close too. Sounded like judging was really close between him and Chris, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like judging was really close between him and Chris. And I talked to Mike, and he even said, he's like, I'm really hoping on Black Sky to win, to help me. And he did a phenomenal job at using the Black Sky. And I'm not just saying this because I'm not just saying this to say this. Like, I really think all 3 of them went there and they did exactly what they intended to do, right? They put on a phenomenal, emotional, impactful show and made the world hear their story.
Yeah.
And, not that that's what fireworks should always be, is an emotional, like, whole, but we all are trying to put a piece, like, we all literally leave a piece of ourselves in the field when we do a pyro musical.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
We are showing the world literally what we think and how, who we are. So, just huge congratulations are in order to all 3 of them. Looking forward to next year, seeing the 3 finalists next year. And then, Saturday night was really good. I will say the boot camps this year, all 16 teams, really good job. It's awesome. You guys are getting into the industry. Don't stop. Keep driving to get deeper into the industry, because without you, the industry is gonna die, right? So keep going. All the shows were really, really good. And then Tim Jameson, per usual, just, he did the closer. I got nothing else to say, but it's just phenomenal work.
Yeah, I watched the video of his show and a lot of interesting, kind of unique things he kind of did, which I thought was kind of cool. With some of the stuff that was some of the stuff that was up close, I thought was really kind of creative, and the wheels that worked were really kind of cool too.
Yeah. The jelly beans, jelly bean fountains were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Worked really nicely. He did jungle. I can't remember the actual name, but it's the T-Sky version of like a drone swarm or something.
Oh yeah, the jungle jets or something like that. The
jungle jets. There it is.
Yeah.
Yep. So he did a bunch of flats of those, and
yeah,
just awesome job. Some of his single shot runs were bar none. It's just you look out there and
there's
it's
some sequences in there that were really kind of good, that were really on point, and the timing was ridiculous. Like
you look out there, and I can't remember, so don't quote me on this, but I believe the number was in the 3,500 Q range.
Yeah.
So it was very well executed.
Yep.
What a way to end the night. And obviously, Bill Corbett's always bringing out his fireballs. Great job for just overall, again, Cobra as a whole, you guys did a really great job with making sure the event went off as successful as it did.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hey everyone, when you think solid fireworks, what brand pops into your head? For a lot of pyro fans and shops, it is Winda. Pyro fans love us because our stuff just works. Retailers love us because customers keep coming back asking, hey, you got more of that Winda? And honestly, we get why they know what works. You will see why when these roll across your screen. For decades, Winda has maintained the same standard. Bright brakes, clean timing, and dependable safety. If you're curious, don't sit on it. Go see why people keep choosing Winda year after year. Check out the full lineup at www.pandafireworks.com. Winda Fireworks, the most reliable fireworks brand.
So, yeah, and then kind of backtrack a little bit. You've been out of the country and
a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yes, let's dive into that.
dive into that. I did take lots of notes while I was hanging out, Taj. I had a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Because we figured out you had to show up early for some stuff, and you had a lot of downtime while you were there waiting. No, it was a really, really good time, a really kind of interesting experience overall. I mean, overall kind of a high level kind of thing. I mean, definitely would go back. Absolutely no doubt. We will probably be back at some point in the future.
That's cool.
Yeah, may not be the next year or two, but though down the road we will certainly go back. I know of all of our travels we've done over the last couple of years to Europe and Spain and stuff. Valencia was probably the most challenging.
Yeah.
As far as like language barrier, like a lot less people speak English in Valencia than we ran into like in Barcelona and like some of the other places where it's a little bit more touristy.
Yeah.
Valencia language barrier was probably the most challenging there. I mean, we have some basics, Spanish kind of like that, and so that helps a little bit to kind of numbers, money, stuff like that, but
yeah.
Definitely, if you want to go, I would, Duolingo, a little bit of Spanish before you go. It will prove quite helpful. Trust me. No, I think one of the biggest thing was, and really surprised was just the large crowds. Like, I mean, I knew it was going to be busy, and it was going to be packed, and it did not disappoint in that fact. So, I know a lot of times, especially during the day, kind of a high level of kind of how things kind of work, right? So. There are things that happen in the mornings that parades and stuff come around and play music. Make sure you're awake early. They wake you up. They wake you up if you're not, right? So, but the big events, right? Every day, 2 p.m. is the daytime mascaletta at the main plaza. So we would go to that, and then throughout the afternoon, there would be like other smaller ones in some other parts of town that you could go and try to get to. It's like that, but a lot of times in the afternoons we would have some downtime to go just explore. And then obviously back again at night, 11:59 would be the nighttime show.
Oh, so that is like
midnight,
Or
right?
late, yeah.
Basically midnight, right? So you're up. Yeah, I mean, you're up 9 o'clock in the morning, probably a lot of the mornings, and then you're doing stuff most of the day, and then you get the last show at midnight, and then you're getting back at that point. You're trying to find some some food and stuff on the way back at that point, and you get back, you get some sleep, and you do it all over again. And so, so Las Fallas starts on the 1st of March and goes through the 19th, and the last, the 14th, the 15th through the 19th, those last 4 or 5 days are really kind of the peak of it. And that's where you get, as we got later in the week, we could tell the crowds were getting larger and larger and obviously bigger. But so for the 2 p.m. Mascalettas, the first day, we didn't know what to expect. We showed up probably an hour-ish, maybe an hour and a half early. And we were on a side street a little bit, we had terrible angle that day. But you try to weave your way through the crowds, and eventually get to a point where you just can't go any further.
Yeah.
And it just stopped. You just can't get any further, right? And so we're like, okay, we got to start coming back earlier. And so the rest of the week, we would show up anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours early for a masquerade for the daytime. So we would be there usually no later than 11:30, maybe 11:45 for the 2 p.m. show. And the rest of the week we were right in this right center of it, and we were probably 6 or 7 people back from the railing. Like we would get there 11:30, like almost 3 hours early. People had their lawn chairs out there with the chairs all lined up along the fence, and there'd be 5 or 6 rows of people in lawn chairs just hanging out. Because people they bring their breakfast, their lunch. Like, I mean, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, and people have a cooler full of beers just out there drinking. Like it's really kind of crazy because it's beers and churros is all they consume. And so out there 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, they're out there drinking beer. I mean, and drinking age is 18 in Valencia, so you got these kids next to you, like they're out there drinking beers, and definitely kind of interesting. And so so we would show up 2.5 hours early, and you just kind of we had a little mat. We sat down on the ground, and we would just sit on the ground, and we would just chill out and just kind of hang out. I mean, we got lucky with weather. It was probably low 70s, most of the time we were there, so not bad. In the sun, it would get a little bit warm out there in the sun, right, and a little bit of heat of the day, but lots of water was key. The nighttime shows are a little bit less packed, a little bit easier to get to. You can show up a lot later for a nighttime show, and still be able to get a really good spot. And plus, the nighttime shows are more aerial, right? The daytime masquerade, it's the most. I mean, it's a lot of the ground, but they shoot crackle and they shoot mines and they shoot a lot of aerial stuff as well. I mean, a lot of heavily loaded aerial stuff, but a lot of it was with that cage. And I mean, we were probably 100 feet back, maybe if that, for most of the daytime stuff. And so it's intense. Like, videos don't do it justice. Like,
I mean, how is the noise level?
I mean, we wore earplugs for all the daytime ones. We had earplugs.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, it was still loud. I mean, you'd be standing there and your clothes would be vibrating the whole entire time. So if we're talking 5, 6, 7 minute masquerades, your clothes are just vibrating the entire time you're standing there. Like, it's, you could feel the ground shake from the bigger ones. Like, it was intense. It was crazy,
cool.
but it was cool though. I mean, it was a blast. Like, if you're into the sleuths and all that kind of stuff, I mean, it's a blast, And so a couple of days we would venture out and go and hit up like some of the smaller ones and some of the other little, because Valencia is huge, right? And so you have the main masquerade kind of in the main city square, but all the other little neighborhoods around would also do them. So you could try to get some. So you'd have the 2 o'clock one. Then a lot of the neighborhoods are doing like 2:30, sometimes like 3 o'clock. And so you have enough time. If you kind of rushed it, you could get from the main one to some of the other smaller ones. Yes, you could catch multiples in a day. I think we caught a couple on a days, and then the one day, I think it was the Wednesday or the Thursday, we went to one, and we got there early enough where I could walk through. And I took some pictures because it was before they had it blocked off for public. So I could walk inside the fenced area. We could walk inside the fenced area, and you could really, they're like right there. I mean, took a lot of pictures of them and stuff like that. And that was the show where they were shooting with fire tech, which I specifically went to that show because of that. And because I had talked with the guy before on Facebook about it. And so he told me where to go and stuff. And went there and we watched that one, and we were really close. I will say we were really, really close to that one. The wind was blowing towards us.
Yeah.
So as the mask lead would burn, the sloots fall off, and they would blow, and the wind was blowing towards us. And a couple times they got awful close. Like one blew from where it was at all the way over to the fence we were standing. We were standing right up against the fence, and it within 5 feet of us, it went off. I mean, but I mean they're not super big, right? Like I'll show you guys right here. This is exactly one from that show. Yeah, they're 30 millimeters. They're not that big, right? If you could compare to the size of your finger, I mean,
how long is? I mean, how long?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the length, like the length of your finger, right? So I mean,
okay.
yeah, they're like 3-4 inches,
Respectable
maybe at the most.
size for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I shot firecrackers that were about this size, by the way, but that's that's another part of the story. But you can buy firecrackers this size as well. But yeah, so that's what they would shoot, and they don't look big, but they're loud. Like
yeah,
and also too within the confines of the city streets and all the buildings, you get that echo effect, right, and that concussion.
Yeah.
It really stays bottled up, and I think that really what intensifies, I think, a lot of the sounds and stuff. But
yeah,
very much, yeah, they were just it's just crazy. Yeah, and, like the big thing of like the daytime ones is just that rhythm, right? The beating. They try to create those sequences without the music, right? They're using sloots to make their own music.
Yeah,
and it's really kind of cool to just kind of see how they do that. And I mean, they treat this as like a pyro musical as much as we do, right? Like our job is to choreograph, essentially. They're choreographing these mascalettas to, some song they have in their head, probably, that there's no actual music going, but they're creating the music, and people would chant with them, right? So as they would drop, people would be chanting because they knew the beats of it, right? And so very, very cool to kind of be able to see that and experience that, and how much these people really, really do enjoy. I mean, it's a lot of locals. I mean, there was not a lot of people from the U.S. there. Like we would go into stores and people were like, "You're the only people from the U.S. we've seen here." Like,
wow.
Like I know there were some other people there from the U.S. because we had kind of talked on Facebook beforehand, but yeah, we would go into stores and like, yeah, you're the first people from the U.S. we've seen today. Like there's not a lot of people from the U.S. are here at this event. You get a lot of people from Europe that are there, and so it was kind of interesting in that aspect. I thought, it's just I mean, it's not a big U.S. like thing, right? Because Las Fallas is a celebration of Saint Joseph, right? And that's kind of their whole basis behind it. But yeah, it was just wild. So yeah, this the crowds, like, I mean, you are literally like shoulder to shoulder, like front to back people, like you can't hardly move. There's so many people in the streets because people just start to kind of crowd up when you get closer to stuff, And,
yeah,
the night shows were also really cool. Definitely enjoyed all of those. So the first couple of nights they were in the main square where they did the mask, and then they have them out on the bridge and stuff the other nights for the castle nights, and then Nick the Fuck night. And those are really kind of interesting shows because I mean they're not musical shows, right? We all like musical shows. I mean we're spoiled, right?
Yeah.
we just see pirate musicals, right? And we're at a place where they're not pirate musicals, right? It's just fireworks, but it's not just fireworks when you kind of actually kind of sit there and feel it and kind of get sucked in. You can see how they try to, like I said, create the rhythm. They try to create their own music with the fireworks and the sequences they do, and very much everything is all color coordinated and grouped together in segments. So they would do segments of the show where there would be a certain sequence, certain segment that where everything all kind of matched, and then there'd be a quick pause, and then you'd have another segment. And so, and those were off of the bridge area, and they're greenway. And first night we were up top, and we watched it from up top, and with a big roundabout, and that was kind of cool. And then the other 2 nights we watched it down in the park area, which was a little more uncontrolled.
Yeah.
And it was a lot more pyro activity down there. That was
I seen video. It's just you guys. Yeah, it was crazy. Just
it is very what happens there would never happen in the United States. Like it would
very
loose. It would not fly. Yeah, like people walk around and they just light firecrackers, drop it on the ground, and just keep walking.
That's wild.
Like you're just walking around lighting stuff, and you're just throwing it on the ground. You just keep on walking. Like like the city streets, people are shooting rockets and Roman candles, and you see a lot of firecrackers, rockets, and Roman candles. Some little ground effect stuff, like some little fountains and some little, like some little spinners that kind of go. You see a lot of that stuff. Not a lot of cakes. You do see some, but not a lot. Cakes are pretty pricey over there. Like, 500 gram cakes are probably 150 euros in the stores. So, which, $160, $170 US.
Wow.
So cakes are pretty expensive. You do see some. Some people, we would see some when we were down in the park area, but it was very uncontrolled. Like, Jessica got really, really nervous a lot when we were in some of those areas because of how uncontrolled it really was. I mean, the police are there, but they're just monitoring to make sure everybody stays somewhat safe.
Yeah,
well, not really safe, but just civil and nothing gets out of control, right?
Yeah.
But they're not really stopping anybody from doing anything. Like, they're just presence there, just to be, if somebody got hurt, they could help. But they're not stopping anything in these areas, and so it's very, very loose, very, very interesting. But that was definitely something that was a bit surprising, just how loose it is there with the fireworks. And you can walk. We walked into a couple fireworks stores, looked around. I bought some stuff while we were there, and I mean, they have different classifications like we do here, like F1, F2, F3, and then I think F4.
I've been very intrigued to see the different F series.
I have a whole book that has some catalogs that have all their stuff in there. Like F1's like your safe and sane stuff, right? I think you can purchase that if you're like 12 or something like that, or 16, and then F2, and then F3 is essentially like a 1.3. Like our classification, their F3s are 1.3, but you can buy F3 in the store. Like I bought. I'll show you guys this here. This
interesting.
These are fireworks. All right, it's just a firecracker, and these have a 1.3 classification.
Very cool.
They're F3. You can walk in the store. You can buy these.
And they handwrite. Did I see they handwrite the date of manufacture on there?
Yeah. So the year was 2020, right? Handwrite 2020, and then and this is probably the factory code, probably. So 2020. So 2026 was manufactured, and then that's your the number F246 is your lot number.
That's cool.
Yeah, and these were NEC of 9.5. So if you know what NEC is, you'll. But you can walk in the store.
Those are loud.
You can walk in the store. You can buy these off the shelf. I think you have to be 21, I think, maybe to buy these F3s. They didn't ask me for any ID, but you can walk in, you can buy that stuff. And then I think F4 is their professional fireworks, essentially, which is like another level up. And so
is that time fuse, or is that more of what we consider Visco?
It's a little bit of a time fuse, a little bit. It's kind of like a Visco. So I had some different ones like this that actually had a green Visco on there.
Oh, okay.
It was like 2 stage. The green Visco would burn, and then it would hit like a time fuse, and it would kick the time fuse out, and it would burn some more. And that one was more just like kind of like a time fuse, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really, really thick kind of kind of core on them, but super loud. Like those would go off, and if you were close by, it would hurt.
Yeah.
But and then so obviously the other big thing of Las Fallas is all the figurines, all the sculptures throughout the city.
Yeah, those were incredible.
There's like 750 of those things built throughout the entire city, and what we saw was a very small fraction of that. I bet we probably saw no more than probably 40 or 50, probably.
Wow.
Just because Valencia is so large, right? And it's every neighborhood, like every single neighborhood has these in them, and multiples of them, right? They have the full size ones, they have then the infant ones, which are smaller ones, which are more kid size, right?
Okay.
The big ones would get easily 60, 70 feet tall.
Holy cow.
Like the big one that won the special one, I think it was a 260,000 euros to build. And it was easily 60 or 70 feet tall and another 50 feet probably wide. And we actually had some passes. We actually got to walk inside the fence, and we got to like they would build these so you could like go and like walk through them. They would put sidewalks to go through them, and you could go and you could walk through the middle of them and get like up and close with them. And so it's just crazy the amount. I mean, they spend all year building them. Like,
yeah.
So here you spend an entire year to build these things, these structures, and on the last night you burn them.
So you said
burn it.
260,000
euros. Yeah.
So is that $306,000?
Yeah, U.S. dollars. Yeah. Over $250,000. Like it's wild how much they. I mean, obviously, I think some of them get. I think they get budgets, right? Like it's some of it's, but a lot of it is sponsorships. You go in these neighborhoods, and they've got advertisements and the lights all around these neighborhoods, right? So a lot of them are sponsored in a way. That's how they kind of fundraise, I think, for a lot of this stuff. But it's just wild to me that you spend all this time, all this work to build and create these magnificent things, and they only spare like one a year, right? So there's one that is selected each year that gets spared and goes into the museum. So
is that the winner?
Not necessarily. No, they call it a pardon, right? So one of them gets pardoned every year. It's usually a smaller one, right? Because they can keep it, and the one that gets pardoned doesn't get burned. The winner is the last one to burn.
Okay.
So if you're the winner, you get to burn last. You're the last one to burn.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, and so they set them up, and then on the last night, on the 19th for La Crema, the pyrotechnicians, they come in and they wrap them with quick match, and then they put little bottles of alcohol or acetone or diesel or whatever, and they put these little bottles and they stuff it inside of them. They're made out of styrofoam. So terrible on the environment to burn, by the way. Absolutely terrible. And terrible to breathe, by the way, when you're there watching it.
So it's building napalm, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so then they come in, and then the queen of the district or whatever, she comes in, and then they make a big thing, and then she lights it, and it burns, and they burn. Styrofoam just burns to the ground. They fall over, and it's really crazy. I mean, and they go through this, and this takes many hours to burn these, because they don't just. I mean, because you only have so many pyrotechnicians in the city, so they kind of go, I think, from place to place, and we tried to kind of catch a few to watch to burn, and tried to see as many as we could, but it's just tough to kind of get through and see more than a few of them. But yeah, they start, and I mean, I think the last one by where our apartment was at didn't burn until probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, probably if not later than that. It was pretty late. Yeah, it was pretty late for the last one to burn over there, but. Yeah, and then the last 2 days they have the flower offering where they build the Virgin Mary out of flowers.
Yeah, that was very interesting to see.
All these neighborhoods, so all the Fallas and Fallera, they all have flowers, and they march from these other neighboring areas all the way back up and to this back neighborhood area where they come, they give their flowers, and then the kids go and they build the Virgin Mary out of bouquets of flowers. And a very kind of emotional kind of thing to go and watch, because this is kind of the culmination of everything for them, and very kind of cool. See, we got a lot of good pictures and stuff of that, and like during this whole processional process, like all the roads are closed, and it's terrible to try to get around.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the whole process leading up to that is they parade through the neighborhoods, and so. You get all these girls dressed up in their outfits, and the guys dressed in their outfits, and the kids, and they all have a band with them, like an instrumental band, and they are marching through the streets, playing music, and really kind of celebrating and stuff. And so I have a lot of videos and stuff of some of that kind of stuff, and so that's really kind of like the gist of it. And so more of like and then the next piece is more like your travel guide kind of thing. Like I'll give you guys a little travel guide, because I know there's people that are interested in going. There was a couple people out there that reached out to me that are very interested in going. They actually are going next year, and so they were kind of looking for pointers and tips and helpful stuff like that, right? And so I was mentioning like the language barrier. I mean, that was probably the most challenging part of the vacation. So Google Translate is a must, right? Like it's super easy to translate that way. And have conversations that way. I had stopped and talked with a pyro along the way when we was walking through, and he didn't speak English at all, so we had to use a little Google Translate, because they were cleaning up their system, and just kind of Google Translate, a little bit, and he had mentioned about Ricardo being in Las Vegas like a couple weeks beforehand.
Yeah,
because that's a big thing. That's a big thing to them, right? Like he was in Las Vegas, and the the Guinness World Record, which I thought was kind of cool that he brought that up when we were talking about it, and so kind of interesting. The other thing is like food, drinks, like street fair.
Yes. Yeah.
So it is a big festival, right? And so the street where our Airbnb was on happened to be our Airbnb was in Rusafa, which is really the heart of the entire festival. We were less than a mile from the main plaza, so everything was walking distance for us. I mean, we walked the entire time we were there, pretty much.
Wow. I was gonna ask how was travel like? Did you guys rent scooters or?
We walked. We walked everywhere. I mean, nothing was really too far. We used public transportation a couple of times to go back and forth when we went farther away, but most part we walked. And so, but we were lucky. I picked an Airbnb specifically in the middle of stuff because I wanted to be in the middle of it. But the downside of that is it's noisy.
Yeah.
Our street was always packed with people. So from probably noon until midnight, 1 a.m. it was full of people. There was multiple food vendors. There was multiple other vendors on our street. Like, there were places to eat below us as well. Cause we had the top floor of an Airbnb. So it was with their own balcony. So it was cool. It was nice. And, our Airbnb elevator was tiny. If you're claustrophobic, that was hard. You could fit one person and 2 suitcases in the elevator. And that was it.
Whoa.
So when we went up and down with our suitcases, I would go up, take them up, come back down. I'd take Jessica's up, and then she would, So her and I would ride the elevator together, and we'd be standing, and we'd be like looking at each other like this, like,
wow.
The elevator maximum was 3 people. It was no more. It was no more than like 4 foot by 4 foot. Like, it was the tiniest elevator I'd been into. But I wasn't using the stairs to go up 5 flights of stairs either. So, which was even smaller. But, so basically, part of the key is pick a location where if you want to be in the center of the action, Rusafa is the place to go. There are obviously things that happen in other neighborhoods where it might be a little bit quieter, but highly recommend if you want to be in the middle of things, you want everything to be walking distance, that's where you want to go. Lots of food, drink options. People drink beer all day long. Lots of that. I mean, literally on the street. You can walk on the street and the bars are on the street, and you could just walk up. They have doors that face the street, and you just walk up, order your drinks, and go about your day. Like,
wow.
Like we had Taco Bell where you could Taco Bell that sold beer. Walked by Taco Bell.
Really?
They had advertisement on the door. Yeah, like 2 cervezas for like $3.50 or something like that. Like, yeah, beer is very very prominent there. We met up with Nudie. So if you know Nudie from Pirate Jam, one Pirate Jam 25. We hung out with him multiple days while we were there.
That's awesome.
He says the beer sucks, by the way, in Spain. So he says it's horrible. We didn't drink any beer while we were there, but he said it's horrible. I took his word for it. We actually hung out with him several times. Him and his girlfriend. We hung out with them several times we were over there, and so that was really cool. But
huge shout out to Nudie too. That is so awesome to reach out. And,
he reached out to me because he'd seen the podcast. He watched the podcast. He's like, hey, I know you're coming, man. We should meet up. And so we met up. We watched a lot of stuff together. He actually hooked me up with the whole schedule of where all the mascots were in the city, and so we would meet up at different ones. And lots of food options. When we travel, especially go to Europe, we don't eat at the U.S. food chains. Like, no, there's McDonald's, there's Burger Kings, there's Subways, there's Taco Bells. We didn't step foot into a single one the entire time we were gone. Like,
see, I probably would step into like a McDonald's just to see if they have something different, right?
Yeah, like you see the advertisements like on the windows, and they have some weird stuff. But when we went to France last year, we went to McDonald's just to kind of see, because then they sold like macaroons at McDonald's last year. But this year we didn't go. The only thing that we do go into is Starbucks. Jessica has to have her Starbucks.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I don't get it, but sure.
I mean, she doesn't like coffee. She likes creamer with a little bit of coffee in it.
Yeah.
And in Europe they don't make coffee like that. In Europe they make coffee, and it's coffee. That's what you get. You get coffee or you get espresso, and that's about it, right? Yeah. Like, there's not even a drip coffee really. It's mostly just espresso. Like,
really,
mostly in Europe is mostly espresso. It's lattes or something like that. So, we did visit Starbucks. That was really the only thing that we visited. But outside of that, like, we tried to like find food places that were just like local places. We're not like crazy adventurous on food. If you are, there's tons of that. We stick to a lot of like burgers and pizzas and chicken and stuff like that. But if you're adventurous, there's a lot of crazy stuff and opportunities, but you will find restaurants are very, very small.
Okay.
Like you go to a restaurant, there might be 6 tables in the entire restaurant, and that's all there is.
Wow.
And
is that due to like just obviously restriction, or is that due to like there being so many other restaurants?
It's just the size of the buildings, right? Like everything is small and condensed. And in Europe, when you go to a restaurant and sit down at a table, the expectation is that's your table for the entire night. Like it's not like the US where you go to a restaurant and they try to get you out as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Right. Because the more people that come in, the more tips they get. Right. Like,
yeah.
In Europe, you don't tip. You don't tip on anything. And so the servers, the staff, they get paid whether you sit there for an hour or you sit there for 4 hours.
Wow. Okay.
They still get paid, right? They're getting paid hourly. And so people go to restaurants, they'll eat, but then it's also social, right? It's also social activities.
Yeah.
And so when a restaurant's full for dinner, it's probably full for the night. Good luck trying to get in, right? So that was the hardest challenge we had sometimes, was just finding places to eat, because we didn't plan a whole lot ahead of time for that kind of stuff. We just wing it sometimes, right? Just show up and just flow how things go. And so we got a little bit better as the kind of week went as to figuring out when the peak times were.
Yeah.
And so when you find the peak times, you go before. In Spain, they eat different times than we do. So their lunchtime is more like 2 to like 4.
Oh.
And their dinner is more like 9 p.m. And
is
later,
that due to like lighting schedule, or is it?
I think it's just lifestyle. I think it's just lifestyle. I think it's just lifestyle. Yeah, we were talking to Nudie about it. He was like, you'll see that dinner here is more like after 9. Yeah, so you would, and a lot of places would close between like 4 and 7, or between like 3 and 7, right? So if you missed lunch, you were SOL until dinner time.
Wow.
Right. So sometimes you did have to scramble a little bit for stuff, but yeah. So I would just try to kind of maybe plan some stuff. If there's specific spaces you want to eat, places you want to go, just kind of probably plan some of that ahead. Another thing you'll notice is nothing has sugar. Like you order something, you order coffee, no sugar. You have to ask for sugar. Soda is always by the bottle. You won't find fountain drinks anywhere. Everything is usually single serve bottles, and it's not cheap. I mean, soda's not, I mean, they have sugar tax, so soda's not cheap over there. For a 16-ounce bottle, it's probably $4, probably $5 for a soda. So it's a little bit pricey, but the other thing I would show is people. I mean, people were extremely nice, extremely pleasant. Everybody was always helpful. A lot of times, I mean, they would speak to us in Spanish and realize we didn't understand what said. They'd be like, English. Okay, we got you. yeah. Or we'd go to a restaurant and they would just bring us an English menu, right? So if they had one, right? So it was very kind of cool to kind of see that, and super helpful. Like if you could just ask people and they would help you. You can get those big crowds. You will get some people who are a bit pushy. They will show up 15 minutes for the Mascaletta and think they can push their way to the front of the line, and they can think they can go away the fence, and they can get a little pushy and entitled, and it creates a little bit of tension sometimes. It's we saw some activity a couple of times of people getting a little heated, a little feisty, trying to push through crowds. And I mean, I get it. I mean, when we've been sitting there for 2 or 3 hours, right, holding our spot down, and then people show up, half an hour beforehand, and they want to push their way up in front of you. I mean, you get a little pissy about that, right? Like, I've been here all day.
For sure.
I've been here for 3 hours. Wait, what are you doing? So, so patience. Just have some patience with stuff like that. Different culture, like people are, it's just different,
Yeah.
Transportation is another good one. Lots of roads get closed. We ventured out one day to the beach. Went to the beach one night. We're like, hey, let's just we had a little downtime. It's like, let's go out to the beach and visit one of the other neighborhoods over there, see some different stuff, and took the bus out. And then it happened to be one of the nights where they were doing, I think the first night they're doing or the second night they're doing fireworks on the bridge, and so the main roads were closed and most of the bridges across were closed. And most of the bus stops were closed.
didn't
because
even think of that,
the
yeah.
buses couldn't get over that side, and so we got stuck over there over the one night for a little bit longer too. We didn't have to get a taxi actually to come back across because the bus stops that we were trying to find they just weren't running because the bus routes weren't close, right? So
Yeah.
pay attention to the roads being closed if you decide to venture out and you need to be back at a certain time. Just Google Maps is pretty good about keeping that updated on when the roads are closed, but sometimes it's not. I mean, we have large masses of people. They just kind of take over. And so I know at night, a lot of the roads would be closed, and it's a little bit difficult to go. During the day, you're pretty much fine on public transportation, but it can be a little tough at night. Yeah. I mean, that was the only thing. We rode the bus a couple times just to go out and kind of venture to some farther areas away, but we really did that mainly just the one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we talked a little bit about the street pyro stuff that I have my notes on here. Really, it was just crazy. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's fun. I mean, if you're into that kind of dangerous stuff, I mean, we were lighting fire. I mean, I was lighting fireworks out in the street, and and Nudie and I were lighting some stuff. He actually had a box of firecrackers that was like fresh from the factory.
Oh, wow.
Like that, because he had helped on a couple of the mascalettas, and so I think one of the guys had brought him, I think, some fire. So we lost some little smaller firecrackers that were fresh from the factory. So it was kind of cool. The thing you'll notice all the times at all the events, security, police presence, it's a lot different over there when you have police on the side of the road, with their automatic weapons, holstered on their front, with their hands on them, like watching people. Every daytime mascaletta, there was no less than 3 drones in the air. They were police drones. I mean, you could tell they would fly around. And then every day, about an hour before it would start, the police helicopter would be up and be flying around watching the crowds. But yeah, it was. There would be a lot of people would need medical attention. So one of the things that happens a lot is people sit out there in the sun, drink beer, you don't drink water, you're dehydrated, you pass out. Police got to come through, and so we see a lot of that activity out there. There's a lot of emergency response, and they just come and with their whistles, and they get through the crowds and stuff and back out. But a lot of police presence. So I mean, it was all over the place all the time. Vans, cars, like they were always made themselves known. But we didn't really see though any like enforcement really that much, or any them cracking down on stuff. It was more keeping an eye on, making sure people were being somewhat safe, keeping things, somewhat in areas where you should be doing fireworks or doing, stuff like that. It's more crowd control than versus anything. It was just interesting. They were just heavily armed, and really that more intimidation is how I kind of felt about sometimes, is they're just, make themselves present. So
make sure they're, they're there, and
all that kind of thing. I think just to help kind of curb, I think, some of the legal stuff. And I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier about the neighborhoods and stuff, and like each neighborhood has its own style, its own theme. Like over in the one neighborhood we went to a lot, it was more of a Chinese neighborhood, like it's like a Chinatown essentially, and everything over there was kind of themed, like the Chinese kind of theme. All the figurines that were built is that way, and another area was like Cuba and Puerto Rico, and you have all these different kind of themes and different kind of in the neighborhoods, and it's really kind of cool to go and see some of that. And we didn't necessarily see nearly as many as we could have, but you'd have to travel a bit to go out and see, I think, some of the other stuff. But definitely, Mount Malvarosa was a really cool one. They have the big light show in the street that they play at night. So I don't think I shared any videos of that. I'll have to share some videos.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah. So they light it up, and it was like American music, right? And so the lights would go with the American music, and more like a light show versus fireworks. And so the neighborhoods win awards for the decorations as well.
Oh, okay.
And so that's part of the thing too. Yeah, but yeah, if you got like TikTok and you search up Malvarosa, you can see some of those videos like that. But it was definitely a different part of town compared to where we were at, as far as like, it felt a little bit more run down and not as nice, but definitely kind of cool to go and see some of the other stuff, But yeah, we were in Rustafa. It's really the middle of of everything. So if you look at that neighborhood up for Valencia, it's a good spot to go. A lot of fireworks around there, a lot of parades. You really only got probably 4 hours each night of quiet time, like from like 3 to like 7. Yeah, we would hear fireworks at 7 o'clock in the morning, probably as early sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, but for these kids though, they're on holiday, they're on vacation, right? This is like a spring break. So
Okay.
most of
That makes sense.
so the entire last week is a holiday for everybody who works and all the schools. So you have an entire week or two there that kids are out of school, and then the entire last week is a city holiday. So a lot of your people are off work, except for all of your your service industry stuff. But yeah, so for them it's like 4th of July, but it's like a whole week, and it's so it was kind of cool to kind of see a lot of the kids out there, and I mean a lot of young kids lighting fireworks. Like we're young kids. Like, okay, like, yeah, all right. That's, I mean, I've seen that in the US before, but we don't see it very often, right? Like, but another one that was obviously, I think, interesting is, we're kind of ran into was cell phone service. When you get that many people packed into a single area, you get no service, like zero service.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing. Like when you got hundreds of thousands of people packed into the city square, your cell phone service was non-existent. So
that makes sense.
So a lot of times during that daytime, that 12 to 3 o'clock time when we were there, the main mask letters, there was no cell phone service at all. And then at night too, for a lot of nighttime shows, you would lose service. So just expect not to have phone service during some of those times, some of those crowds, and just kind of be prepared for that. I mean, if you go to those large shows, pack water. Pack snacks. We took a backpack with snacks and water and cameras like that, and just it would just hang out stuff like that. But you won't have any cell phone service. Another important thing, if you're meeting somebody, prepare ahead of time. Have a meeting place set up so you kind of know where you're meeting people, because if you're trying to meet somebody at one of the big events, you're not going to find them. There's too many people. There's too many people around, So definitely plan to meet up, in some smaller areas or outside, away from the main events. So it's a lot easier to meet up with people that way.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we usually we would always be at the same spot where Nudie was at, but we would never be able to find each other. Like there was a couple of days we were probably watching the daytime Ascleta within a few feet from each other and had no idea.
That's crazy.
I was like, we watched it from here. He was like, yeah, I watched it from there too yesterday at the same time. Like we were literally within feet from each other before we had met each other. So it was just kind of, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, if you don't have anything planned, meet up with people. Everywhere basically accepts cards when you're traveling. Amex is usually pretty limited. You won't find a lot of places that take Amex in Europe, but Visa and MasterCard. We always carry some euros with us. It's just always nice sometimes just have some euros just to pay cash occasionally, but everywhere it takes card. So really no, I mean, if you're with some of the vendors, sometimes street vendors, it was more, cash was a lot easier than trying to do cards like that. But definitely if you're going, just kind of keep that kind of in mind. And then the last interesting thing that we really kind of thought was interesting was just the amount of trash that was left everywhere after these events, right? Like the daytime masquerade at 2 o'clock. Everybody's sitting out there, they're drinking, they're eating. When masquerade is over, everybody leaves their trash behind, and boom, gone, disperses.
Wow.
And it's just trash everywhere. Like as soon as the masquerade ends, there's like this cleanup crew that just like storms the area with carts and brooms, and they're sweeping all the trash up, and that's just
wild.
It is wild. Like our street, where our street was, like I said, our street was very busy. I would get up in the mornings, look out our balcony, there'd be pizza boxes everywhere, because the pizza place below us. There'd be pizza boxes everywhere, beer cans everywhere, and then the street sweepers would come by and they would all sweep it all up and bag everything. And it was just baffling, how people just didn't pack their trash out. We always packed our trash out. Like, it's just how we are, right? We go to an event, you take your trash with you, take it back out.
So again, is that limited to space? You don't have room for trash cans?
It's tough, right? Yeah, it's tough, right? There's not a lot of trash cans. I'll get when you have these big events like that, hundreds of thousands of people, everybody's got water bottles, beer cans, snacks. I mean, they have it all with them. I mean, you could put it back in your bag and take it with you. Or
Yeah.
you just leave your bag of trash here and let the cleanup crew come through. But
Yeah, I mean, if they're coming through, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I get
yeah,
that.
pretty much like every morning they would come through and like wash the sidewalks off where our apartment was, and they would sweep the roads and try to kind of pick up and stuff like that. But yeah, it was kind of interesting to kind of see that, just how much trash and stuff people would leave behind. And
yeah,
but they got it cleaned up. I mean, it was, yeah, it's just crazy the amount of organization that goes into an event of this size. Like it's absolutely incredible to really step back and observe it from that. I mean, if you go all the time, if you're local, you probably don't notice it maybe as much, versus somebody who's coming in and looking from like a new perspective and see it, and you can see the organization that goes through from, granted, there was situations where it was very, very disorganized. Like we were in a couple situations where it was very unorganized of what was going on, and it was frustrating at times. But the larger events were always very organized. Like fences were clearly put up and organized, and afterwards the cleanup crew was there to pick up and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just wild to just the amount of people that attends. That's the hardest thing I think to get through, is just the amount of people. I mean, you have to be comfortable being in very large crowds of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that overall, though, I mean, we really, really did enjoy the experience. I definitely would recommend. I mean, if you're thinking about going and you can pull it off, I would go. The last week, right, is when you really want to go. That 14th through the night of the 19th, so into the morning of the 20th, right? So we got there on the day of like the 14th, and we left on the morning of the 20th. And really those last 4 days is really when it peaks and really, really picks up. But yeah, highly recommend if you want to go. You won't be able to see everything all at one time. So take some naps, highly encourage taking naps. Like I think just about every day we went back to the apartment and just chilled out for a couple of hours, just to chill, like just to kind of get away from all the crowds and get from everything, and just to kind of relax and chill. Whether we took a nap or we just watched some TV or whatever, we would just chill out for a couple hours, and then go out and do dinner, and then go browse around and get ready. But take some downtime, because you'll burn yourself out trying to get from everything to everything. You just can't. I mean, it's just not possible really to go to see everything. So, but yeah, I mean, if you want, if you have specific questions or you want to know specific things, hit me up. I mean, you can email me, you can reach out to me on Facebook or whatever. I know that, there's only a couple people reach out to me on Facebook who are definitely going next year, and so wanting some information. And so, definitely can share some stuff with you if you want, and they give you some ideas and some stuff to do. But yeah, I would just go, have a basic plan on what you want to do. We watched some of the days from some balconies. Some are worth it, some are not really. I mean, I think we had our best experiences down in the crowd.
Okay.
Grant, be up on the balcony, you're kind of away from the big crowd, and you get a little bit of a breather. Yeah. But it's not really, you can't get really the same effect. And some of the balconies are okay, some are not. The one night we had the night balcony was actually kind of cool to get to watch it, but it was a night show, so it was aerial anyway. Yeah. But you were out of the crowd, and so yeah, I mean, I would, I think if you can get there early enough, it gets you a nice spot down low. I mean, that's where you're going to feel the most. I mean, you want to feel the ground rumble under your feet, like
for sure.
That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be.
That's what you're there for, right?
Yeah. So, but yeah, I would, definitely. We'll be back. We'll go back again.
Good. Yeah, I would love to go and see all that. It sounds like a great time.
I had a really, really cool tour guide, so that helped a lot, because he would send me stuff, and I had a whole list of the schedule where things were at, so it's super easy to go through and find stuff, and be able to kind of hang out and all that kind of stuff. So it was good. It was good to have somebody there to meet up with. I will say,
for sure.
Like if you've got a group of people, it's so much more, I think, enjoyable with a group of people versus if it just me and Jessica the entire time. I mean, it's especially a lot of this stuff when you're waiting, right? When you show up early to wait for a good spot, and it's you're just sitting there, right? Yeah, like having other people to converse with is a lot better, right? It's fun to people watch, but having other people to kind of you know, to talk to, chat with, it's just a better experience, you know. And so it's
Well, I mean,
definitely
especially when you don't have, you know, cell service and such, like,
yeah,
pass
it's
the time.
so I would definitely, you know, definitely encourage going with the group where you can, you know, kind of hang out and do some different things together and, you know, kind of pass that time a little bit more sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. For sure, makes sense.
I will say I boarded more planes on the tarmac during this trip than I have in my entire life.
Really?
Like it's
like your choice or
no, like that's just the way the airports were set up. Like you walk out, go out, and you walk like the presidential treatment, right? You walk up the little stairs going to the airplane, you know, for the tarmac.
Yeah.
Like we left Valencia. No, we left Paris to fly down to Valencia. We're at the Paris airport, and they put us on a bus. We walk out. We walk out. We walk out. We walk in. We scan our passes. They put you on the bus. The bus drove us to the other side of the airport where our plane was at.
That's wild. So they don't have like an underground like tunnel or whatever to.
Like our plane was in like some back parking lot somewhere, like on the other side of the airport. Like all the terminals were full. I guess apparently all the good ones. And we got stuck with we got stuck with the plane in the backup parking lot. Like literally, it was like a 15-minute bus ride to our plane. Like
that's wild.
Yeah, I was like, I never in my life have I boarded a bus at the airport to go to my plane like that after I've scanned my ticket already. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah, and and I get like the smaller airports like Lyon and Valencia. They're a little bit smaller airports. Those basically you walked from the terminal outside and then you boarded your plane outside. Like they're smaller airports, which is understandable for smaller airports, but for an airport at Paris, for us to be bused to a giant Airbus that's like, you know, 300 passengers. Like,
that's crazy.
It took almost an hour to get everybody on that plane.
Wow.
Like boarding started at like noon and our plane departed at like 1:15 or something like that. Like I was like, this is wild. Like we had early boarding, so we were on the one of the first couple buses, but I'm like, this is just crazy. Like, but yeah, it was, I 3 or 4 times I think we had to walk outside and and then I think
everything else.
Yeah, and I think Jessica must be on some list somewhere because she got additional security at pretty much every stop we had. So
yeah, I remember seeing that. That's pretty crazy.
I've never seen somebody get extra attention as much as she did that entire trip. Like she got like we would go like we had like TSA pre-check, and so normally in US you can skip a lot of the security stuff and just walk through the metal detector. Well, at Chicago, they're like, nope, you got randomly selected. You got to go through the metal detector. You got to go through the body scanner. So go through the body scanner. We fly into Paris. We change planes in Paris, and they do an enhanced screen on her in Paris too. I'm like, what's up with this? They did the whole swab thing on her. Like, do you have your powders and stuff? And then when we came back, I think the same thing happened when we came back. She got selected for additional security in Chicago as well. I think so. Chicago just didn't like her completely at all.
That's how you know it's not a random selection.
Yeah. And the thing, but the weird thing was in Chicago, we had to switch airports in Chicago too, which was annoying. But
have you seen those shirts where it says what does it say? It's okay if it's TSA.
It's okay, right? Yeah. So I think 4 or 5 times she got selected for additional security of all of our flights. It was crazy. I'm like, I've never seen this happen to somebody so many times. Like, you're on a watch list somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
And here I was the one with these. In my back. I'm the one with these. They didn't even care about me at all. And she's the one getting the extra pat downs and getting swabbed for explosives.
Yeah, just glad you didn't put it in her bag.
Right? Like, oh man. But yeah, it was a good time. Yeah.
Go good though.
Yeah. After that, yeah, we went to Tomorrowland. If you're familiar with the music festival, that was a blast.
Interesting.
That was
Did you see that?
Yeah, it just thumb. But that was a good time. I mean, we went last year, went again this year.
Yeah,
it was a little bit busier this year. I think they sold more tickets this year, and it was noticeable. It was crowded at times. We got lucky with snow, a ton of snow. There was so it was a week later this year than it was last year, and there was the snow base down low was double what it was last year. I think the snow base was like 6 or 7 feet. Like you'd be on the lifts, and the first floor apartments you would be buried in snow. Like you couldn't see them down in the resort area. But yeah, that was the last snow, and then it snowed 2 or 3 days while we were there. Like it snowed for an entire 24-hour period one of the days. I mean, we had almost a foot of snow, probably just the one period while we were there. And
wow,
yeah, it's not a lot. Yeah, so we didn't get a whole lot of time to ski just because we had some other activities planned, and then the snow and the wind, and they closed lifts a few times because of wind, and so it was kind of a weird experience this year. But overall, I mean, we had fun. I mean, we enjoyed the music, and the mountain community that it's in is a really, really cool place. Like it'd be a cool place to go outside the music festival, just to go and hang, just to go. I feel like in the off season or something like that, just to kind of go to the. It's a super cool, really, really neat little mountain village, and so yeah, it was great. It was cool. I mean, yeah, we enjoyed the EDM music and and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it was different perspectives time. I mean, yeah. I mean, one of the stages, I've got some guys, doing some coke off his hand behind me. I mean, it was,
wow.
You see some weird stuff. You see some weird stuff sometimes, like, huh?
That's exciting.
You smuggle that in, I see, but yeah, but yeah, you see some interesting stuff from time to time, but yeah, overall, it's a good time. It's fun. It's really fun, and just to kind of see everybody, and the crazy thing was we actually met a group of people there. We didn't know they were coming back this year. We met them last year. We met them last year in Paris before we went down there on one of the excursions, and we didn't know they were coming back. And some of them were from the U.S. And one of the nights we're sitting there one of the shows, and I looked over and there they were. I'm like, wow! I'm like, what are the odds? And so it was cool. It was cool to kind of run into some familiar people that we had seen the year before, and get to hang out with them for the night while we were there. But yeah, that was just kind of out of 30,000 people, right? You happen to see the same group you've seen last year. And it's crazy how you see the same people from night to night. Sometimes at some of the shows that just flow from show to show. But yeah, it can. It's not one of those things that you gotta be okay with a lot of people packed into small spaces.
Yeah, EDM music has always intrigued me. I would love to see it come to the States more predominantly at like a festival, but I know they do some stuff in Vegas, I think.
Yeah, so Vegas has EDC in Vegas, and then this year happened. Tomorrowland overlapped this year with Ultra Miami.
Okay.
So we lost, I think, a couple of artists that we had last year to Ultra this year because they overlap. So and even some of the artists like Steve Aoki, he performed on like Thursday night and out, but then he had to be in Miami like Saturday.
Wow.
Because he performed in Miami as well. So
that's crazy.
Some of them did double duty. They performed earlier in Tomorrowland, and then they went up and Ultra, they overlapped this year. And so kind of a little interesting tidbit is one of the days we rode the ski lift down one of the stages, and we were talking to this guy in the lift. He asked where we were from. We were from the U.S. He was from Colorado. He happened to be there as a representative of Vail, and they were scoping.
Very cool.
They were scoping out Tomorrowland to maybe potentially try to bid on the next contract.
That would be really awesome.
So who knows? Tomorrowland, I think, is under contract for Alpha Hughes until 2030, I think.
Wow.
So another like 3 or 4 years. They just signed a new contract last year, so they're there for a few more years. But I think there's some push, I think, to get it stateside. Yeah, potentially to bring it, because Tomorrowland hasn't been in the States for a while. I mean,
it's been a long while.
They did a couple years down in Georgia, down in Atlanta. They were into some rain issues and it's like that, and they just struggled. I think the rain. I think they lost some money because I think a couple of rain years and never came back. And so I don't know. I think there's a push to try to get it back here.
Yeah. Do they just keep the same stage, or do they rebuild it?
So the main stage gets rebuilt every year.
Okay.
It's the same structure, right? It's basically the same structure. I think this year they made the structure bigger because they added more tickets.
Okay.
The core stage outside, the head that they have outside was the older version. Last year they had newer versions. They changed it up and they went back to an older one.
Okay.
The underground kind of warehouse style one, it's the same. They changed some of the effects inside, but it's the same general kind of concept.
Okay.
The main stage is kind of the same concept, but the design changes the theme. And then there's 3 mountain stages. 2 of them are the same, and then the one mountain stage was different this year. So Tomorrowland last year, the main stage burnt down.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So it was the Orbit's theme, ORBYZ, Orbit's theme, the lion.
Okay.
I don't know whether this was planned or before or after, but the mountain stage this year was basically the main stage that never happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a smaller version, right? It's a smaller version of the main stage that never really happened. So I don't know whether that was planned all along or if they did that because the one that burnt down.
Throwback.
Yeah, but it just happened to be kind of the mountain stage that never really happened, that burnt. So
that's interesting.
That was the really big mountain stage that they had this year that they had switched up. So yeah, they do change them from year to year, but I think the couple of them kind of stay the same. And so a lot of them stay the same, but they do retheme it. It's rethemed a little bit. So
yeah.
But yeah, they redesigned the whole main festival grounds this year, and it was interesting. It wasn't the greatest setup this year. I think they were trying something new. I'm not sure how well it worked. I mean, they send out surveys every year, and I sent some feedback. Whether they, I don't know how much. I'm sure they get tons and tons of feedback, and I know there was a lot of complaints, a lot of challenges this year. There's a Tomorrowland Discord out there that I'm in, and there's a lot of people in there chatting. So I know there was a lot of issues this year, and so it'll be interesting to see how they grow on what they did this year next year, because there's definitely some opportunities for them, I think, to improve some stuff. And so, but yeah, I mean, it's a big festival. I mean, you can't make everybody happy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the way it is, right? Like they put on, a good show with the artists and stuff that they can get in there, and
for sure.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you can catch some secretive kind of pop-up things from time to time as well. So, but yeah, if you're in EDM, I mean, Tomorrowland's a good event. They're expanding to Thailand this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the December 26th is Thailand this year. So, I'd like to go to Thailand. I'm gonna let them work. I'm gonna let them work the bugs out first. That will probably be our next Tomorrowland will probably be Thailand.
Okay.
May not be this year or next year, but it'll probably be. Yeah, I'm gonna let them work. I'm gonna let them work the bugs out. Let them work some of the kinks out before I don't want to be a guinea pig in the first year. I could. But it's a cool event. It's not one of those we'll probably be back. I don't know if we'll go back again tomorrow next year or not, but definitely we'll do the winter stuff again. I mean, it's a vacation. I mean, it's not just music, right? Like if you're a skier, even if you're not a skier, even if you don't ski at all, it's still a good time because there's a lot of things you can do without skiing.
Yeah,
we went snowshoeing, we went mountain biking in the snow. Like they have mountain carts, they have a mountain coaster, like they have sledding. Like you don't have to ski to go and enjoy the winter one. I mean, there's so much stuff. And I mean, if you really want to listen to music from noon until 1 a.m., I mean, you certainly can. Like you can listen to music for 13, 14 hours a day if you really want to.
Wow.
But again, I mean, you need some breaks, right? Like we went back and we took naps before we went back for the night, just because. I mean, we'd spent a whole week in Valencia where we were, trying to sleep, and right back up to another one where your shows every night are going until 1 a.m. You get back, by the time you get to bed, it's 2 o'clock, and then we're up for snowshoeing because we're gonna be at snowshoeing at 9 a.m. in the morning, or mountain biking at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? Like, so
yeah, it sounds like a great time. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested in some fireworks stuff, Las Fallas is a good one. I'd like to go to Malta too at some point. Yeah, I mean, Japan's got some good stuff. I mean, there's some other good festivals out there. But I would yeah, I would put Las Fallas on your list if you're into if you're really into that kind of stuff, because it's definitely worth it. It's more than just fireworks. It's more than just fireworks. The fireworks are kind of are fun and it's cool, but there's a whole other piece of it that to go and experience the whole cultural side.
I think that would be the most fun, is like experiencing the culture. The food for me is, that'd be a lot of fun. And
yeah, you're all about the food. We know that.
Oh yeah, I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
did you even post fireworks pictures at all while you were in LA? No, you didn't. You did. You just posted your food.
I let the videos. I leave that to the professionals.
To professionals. Okay.
Firecat 8, as we speak, is literally uploading videos.
Or you leave to Ellery, who gets tricked by Tim Jameson.
Yeah.
So
did he get tricked again?
He got tricked again. Yeah.
Oh my word!
If you watch Ellery's show, we missed the opening of Tim Jameson's show because Ellery we missed the last song. We missed the beginning of it because
I remember. Yeah.
Ellery posted it in Discord. He was like, "That day, Tim Jameson got me again." Like,
I didn't even see that.
You didn't
what
learn.
A moron!
You didn't learn, Ellery. You didn't learn. Leave that camera rolling just a little bit longer, man. Just a little bit longer.
I mean, what's it gonna hurt if you just let it roll?
If you just let it roll a little bit longer.
You got to learn by now.
I mean, I know, yeah. I mean, he better learn for some future shows. Let that camera roll a little bit. Like,
see, that's what you should mix it up and be like, it's Sky Wars. Like, make him think you're done, and then wait like 10 seconds and be like, "Gotcha, Ellery," and then restart the next track.
I'm going to play the Ellery AI song in our Discord today.
The Ellery AI song, that was funny.
That'll be our finale. We'll have a fake finale, and then we'll play that for the finale just for Ellery.
Yeah. Did you see that? AJ created a AI song for Craigco.
Oh yeah.
At Elevate. Yeah, you should watch that one. That was good.
Oh, so that was an AI song?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah,
it was interesting for what it was. Yeah.
Does the AI give you emotion though?
I don't know. It's an Ellery. It's Ellery's problem.
It's an Ellery question. Should we ask Ellery?
We should ask Ellery.
Phone
Ellery.
Right? Does AI songs bring emotion to your show?
It's funny.
But now that I've talked to you guys for the last like 45 minutes, this is just the Donnie episode.
This is just the Donnie episode.
That's all you guys got was me talking for.
I mean, I talked for 30 minutes before you. So.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But this is about episode 11, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
season. We got a few more lined up. We got a few more planned, I think, still. But
yeah, we got to talk after this on how we want to go from here. Got some pretty epic stuff lined up.
Try to get through the month of April here and into May a little bit before we kind of shut down for the season.
Yeah, we're gonna get busy. I know demos are starting to pick up. Trainings are kicking off. They're going pretty strong.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's enough product in the country. Well, I say that.
For now.
There could always be more.
There could always be more.
But,
yeah. Yeah, I know. Here a couple weeks we got the Spirit of 76, the Versus Shooting their demo coming up, and
that's coming up here pretty quick.
Yeah, so that's going on, and well, that weekend usually everybody has a demo.
Yeah.
Except for you guys, right? You guys skipped that weekend.
Yeah, we do the 2nd.
Yeah.
May 2nd. Yeah. Play it smart.
Right
in between everybody else's demo and right before Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So
everybody's jonesing for another weekend of fireworks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, good demos. All right, let's
go
watch one more.
Let's watch more demos. Yeah. If we haven't seen that same effect 10 times already.
Hey, you know what? You obviously haven't been to NFA before.
See the same red comet 15 times.
You might see the same red comet from the same demo 15 times.
Same brand.
Same brand. Out of the same factory. Probably the same line and time.
Just by different vendors.
Yeah.
But yeah, some good stuff.
Yeah. Out of it, we need to thank our sponsors.
We have some sponsors, don't
CJ.
we?
Yeah, we do. Man, that's been crazy. CJ at Muxboard. Seeing you this weekend was a great time hanging out with you. I know I think he got a lot of traction. His booth is awesome. Looks really good.
I mean, I see a lot of stuff out there on Facebook and stuff. There's a lot of pictures of some Muxboard products that were floating around and stuff. So really kind of cool.
Yeah, he's doing some custom branding, some boards. So might have to have a conversation, CJ.
Some Pyro Unleashed.
Yeah, some Pyro Unleashed boards.
Pyro Unleashed boards.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Then we got FireTech.
FireTech.
Our official sponsors, official firing system of the.
Yeah, we do. We appreciate FireTech for jumping on board this season.
KCAP show, the Versus shoot will be shot with FireTech. So
okay, all right.
If you're out there and you want to, see a FireTech show.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned at Las Fallas, I went and seen one of the masquerades just because the guy was shooting FireTech. So
hey, you know what? That's what it's all about.
You'll see a Skyward show with FireTech. So
will we? No, I'm just kidding.
We will. We absolutely. Can guarantee that one for you.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I do know about my show at this point.
You don't know anything else about it?
I don't know anything else right now. I won't know anything else until Thursday this week. So I'll know more on Thursday. I put my team on. I put my team on notice.
Want to thank PGI being back with us again for this season. If you're not a member,
sorry that we hated on your
I don't know. I don't think we really hated on it. I just think it was constructive criticism.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of questions. We just have just questions. Just questions. Yeah.
If you want to become a member, go to pgi.org. Be sure to get to this year's convention, August 8th through the 14th.
You'll be there.
I will be there. Hopefully,
you're doing a show, so
yeah, should be a right audio track this time.
I won't be there to hold your hand again. I mean, if I'm not there to hold your hand, you have audio track issues. So what do I got to come in just to hold your hand so you make sure you
that'd be great. Yeah, I mean, rumor has it you might show up on the 14th.
I show up on the 14th. Probably not. I think I have that on my calendar. The Skywards prep day.
Oh, do you? It's a Friday.
Well, I had this. It's the 15th then. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be prepping every day at that point.
Yeah. And then once again, Winda and T-Sky, Winda Fireworks, T-Sky Fireworks. Ask your local wholesaler to carry Winda and T-Sky products, or come to your favorite brand and your favorite company, and you already have them. So, wonder who that is.
T-Sky is good stuff.
T-Sky is good stuff. I shot some single stuff to demo it, and you see videos of it, right? And you want to make sure that your quality is good, because some of the videos are a couple years out. Some were 7.
Yeah.
T-Sky's been around forever, right? And you want to make sure that the quality and the standard is up to par. So we shot stuff. I was shooting stuff, straight up. Shoot it at like a 45 to see what gravity was doing at both angles.
Yeah.
Also checking to see if, die out times and everything were consistent, quality of effect. Quick testing there. Everything seemed to be just absolutely spot on. And then, we shot the anthem on Saturday night, and it just reconfirmed, like, they're up there. They're one of the best.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just, the quality of product that T-Sky is producing is bar none. And yeah, really unique effects too. Like, yeah. So be sure to check out T-Sky products. It's really good.
Yeah. Ask your wholesaler.
Ask your favorite wholesaler.
Yeah.
if you want to see videos, you have a favorite YouTuber called Dogpro Pyro. He has a lot of videos out, so that might give you a suggestion who your favorite wholesaler is. But with that
wrap things
it's been
up here.
good.
Yeah. It's been nice to get just to catch up.
Just to hang out. Like,
I mean, we haven't even talked to you. We don't even.
I barely, like, once a week, like, hey, how's it going?
A few messages here and there just to kind of check in and see how things are. But we never actually get a chance to really talk much. So it's been nice just to kind of catch up and
for sure
see your baby face again. And
it's season.
I mean,
to not look like I'm homeless again.
You got, you only got like a 6-month growth going there.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. It might have been more like 9, but sure.
like 9. But we're gonna get a couple of guests lined up here to kind of wrap our season up, and we're probably gonna do one more listener episode, I think, as well, coming up here towards the end there, and probably early May.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout in Discord for some details on that.
Yeah.
Want to get some fresh people.
Need new people.
Need some new people. Like I love the KCAP people, but come on, man. Like,
yeah, gotta get some other people.
I know we got other people that listen to our show. Like,
I will tell you, for those of you that listen and were at the class I taught, thank you for coming. Our Unleashed got I don't know, probably half of the viewership time. So it's cool to play some video from the podcast and really put that out there, and really again appreciate the viewership. Appreciate you guys tuning in every week. I know obviously we've been kind of a little bit lax the last 7 weeks, but lives happen, right?
We're back.
Yeah. So
you can only be a podcast if you actually record a podcast, right?
Well, rumor has it.
Rumor has it.
And
again, guys, thanks again for listening and being out there and tuning in. And we will catch you all next time. And in the meantime, go out there and unleash your inner pyro with us.
This has been another episode of Pyro Unleashed. Come back each week for more industry insights, technical tips, and awesome pyro designs. Have fun out there, be safe, and as always, remember to unleash your inner pyro with us.